Hi everyone, it's another edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. This is for Thursday evening, the 28th of July, and today was a different day for a few reasons. It was cloudier today. It was cooler today. It actually was our first average day of the entire month, the first time the high was right on target for the date. And it was also our first forecast miss in a long time. Our streak reached 34 days in the 2-degree guarantee, but today we were off. The clouds were a little thicker than we bargained for, and so the temperature did struggle. Our forecast of 86 did not work out so well since the high was only 81 this afternoon. So, again, our streak comes to an end, but it was a heck of a run. 34 consecutive days of accurate forecasts. We'll start another streak tomorrow. I'm confident of that. All right, speaking of streaks, this isn't really a streak, I guess, but a little information here, a little tidbit, if you will, on June and July. You know, this has not been a summer that's featured a lot of extreme heat. We haven't had any records. We haven't even challenged record highs so far this summer. But there's been warmth consistently. We've had a lot of warmer than average days, and certainly we've had more in previous years, but we're in the top 10 of the last 30 years of 85-degree plus days. Number one was that hot summer of 1988. Most recently, 2011 at 28, and interestingly, we've now had one more 85-degree plus day than the hot summer we had back in 2012. That was a hot summer, but there were, in June and July anyway, a few cooler days sprinkled in. We have not had a lot of cooler days sprinkled in so far this summer. So 25 days of above, or 85 degrees and above temperatures. All right, rainfall today. It was a case of you either didn't see a drop or you actually got a pretty good amount. Especially this morning down in Columbiana County, there were a few downpours and some steady rain, a little over 1/4 of an inch in East Liverpool area. Nothing in most of Mahoning County, at least measurable. A couple of sprinkles here and there, but nothing measurable. But it was a different story up in northeastern parts of Mercer County, where we had some hard downpours and a nearly stationary storm that brought a couple of inches at least worth of rain to the northeast corner of Mercer County. This actually prompted a flash flood warning in Crawford County for a while earlier on today. We also had a couple of slow movers over in the Kinsman area along Route 87 in Trumbull County, about an inch worth of rain estimated by Doppler radar in northern Trumbull County. There's not a lot of wind aloft to steer these things around, so when they do pop up, they tend not to move very much. A lot of rain earlier today in southeast Ohio as well. Look at all this action from early on today in southeast Ohio, an average of about an inch worth of rain, and that's good news for them. The drought is not quite as bad in southeast Ohio as it is in other parts of the state. It'd be nice to get that kind of rain in the more drought-stricken areas. All right, when I recorded this video at about 7:45, pretty quiet across the valley, sprinkle here and there, that's it. In the meantime, it is not fun in Columbus right now. Look at that nearly stationary or barely moving storm right over the heart of Columbus, Ohio right now. So if that doesn't get out of their hair fast, there could be more flooding problems. And yeah, flood advisory out for parts of Franklin County in central Ohio. All right, taking a look at the dew points, they are elevated. It is certainly more humid today than it has been, as promised. Dew points are up in the upper 60s. 71 Columbus, 67 in Morgantown, 71 in Charleston, so a muggy air mass is in place. It's going to stay in place for the most part. Now, this front's just going to kind of meander and wiggle around for a couple of days here. Tomorrow, it'll be kind of right overhead. It might even try to sink to our south, and I think there's not a lot tomorrow. I think it'll be kind of like today, in that there might be an isolated downpour in spots, maybe even some thunder and lightning, but real spotty activity is going to be the character of tomorrow's action. I think it's a little more widespread on Saturdays. This front wobbles back north, even a little wave of low pressure trying to approach from the south and west. I think Saturday can be a wetter day. Now, I don't think it rains all day Saturday, but I do think there are more numerous showers and perhaps thunderstorms on Saturday as compared to today and Friday. And then as we wrap up the weekend, as that little wave pushes off to the east, I think it'll still be unstable enough for pop-up shower and thunderstorm activity, but it'll be more of the isolated variety Sunday as compared to the first half of the weekend. Here's how I broke down the hourly pops, or probability of precipitation, for Friday and Saturday, reaching a peak of 40% midday and afternoon tomorrow, and our peak on Saturday probably a 70% odds, I should say, for the afternoon on Saturday. So if you're heading to the Greater Youngstown Italian Fest, I like Friday and Sunday better than Saturday as far as the weather is concerned. All right, a look into next week. August is going to start on a pretty comfortable note. Monday, lower 80s. on the first day of August. Then the heat will ramp up as we head towards midweek, but only a few days. Beyond that, the models are pretty consistent in kind of sending us back to average, maybe even a touch below average for a day or two. And a reminder as we head into the month of August that we are heading into the month in which we reach our thermal peak in terms of water temperatures. Now, water temperatures are already very warm, but they typically peak in August. There's kind of 3 peaks in the summer season. The incoming solar radiation peaks, of course, right around the summer solstice. Air temperatures peak in July as far as averages. Our average high was 82, and that was during the first couple weeks of July. Water temperatures typically crest in August, kind of a 2-month lag behind the peak of incoming solar radiation. All right, that's it for Weather Geeks tonight. I will see you back here on a Friday night edition. And you can catch 21 News tonight after our DNC coverage. I'm sure we'll be on late again tonight. Hopefully not quite as late as last night, but certainly it'll be later than 11 o'clock. Not good news for my sleep, that's for sure. But hey, it's convention season. We have to do this, and it's kind of a warm-up to the Olympics, which starts soon, and we'll have some late nights after our Olympic coverage as well. All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great night.